Hello, friends of the VisionCrypto channel. My name is Arian, and my channel is all about crypto and chart analysis, and explained as simply as possible. I asked you in the last video to write to me which of these new coins that I introduced should I analyze in more detail in the next video, and it has definitely become Vechain. And that's why today I'm bringing you a video about Vechain. First, let's take a look at the overarching chart. So when we start from our bear market low from 2023, we have built out a wave A or wave 1 here, and then we move down into a wave 2 or wave B in yellow, 23. That we have built out a wave A or wave 1 here, and then we move down into a wave 2 or wave B in yellow. And if we first follow this yellow count further, here we have a trend reversal area leading to a higher wave 2, which could lead us to a strong sell-off that leads even below the bear market low that we had in 2023. The normal target for this wave 2 is between the 0.5 and 0.6 Fibonacci levels, which means roughly between 6 and 9 cents. But you just saw that as well. It can also go further up. It then becomes less likely that this is still a wave 2, but technically that would still be okay. If you turn a blind eye, that the price could still move a bit higher. Before, one can be sure, okay, there won't be any further sell-off. And in this white count, it would be like this. We would practically build out a wave 3 from down here, correcting everything into a wave 4 and then a wave 5. So, where we should first have prices around 19 cents, and then it can still go up around 30 to 80. 3 and 38 cents. Now I see a small problem in the current count. Now let's stay here with this yellow count and take a look at the short-term chart. So this box, the one from earlier, you saw that we are now within the 0.7 Fibonacci level, and the problem is as follows. We need to count now. This wave 2, or rather this wave B, or rather this wave B down here on the 4th August, because that's the lowest point that we have reached. Then it would be like this. We would have built it out from here. A wave 1 corrected into a wave 2, which goes almost as deep as the wave 1, unusual. Then we move into a wave 3, correcting now into a wave 4, where wave 4 should end here at the 0.5 Fibonacci. It can of course also go down a bit. So as we had it here, as long as it isn't sustainable, and then we would have to go back up into the wave. Same. And you can see that for yourselves. The target for the start of wave 5 would be at 6.5 cents. But usually it is between the 0.5 and the 0.6 Fibonacci. That means between 8 and about 9.5 cents. Before the price turns, because we will exactly turn in this price box, a strong sell-off is coming. That means this bullish count would be invalidated. What makes it difficult is that this target for wave 3 is up here at 19 cents, but there is a rule, and the rule states that wave 3 must always be the longest wave. And if we apply that here, we get must always be the longest wave. And if we set that here, we get, if wave 5 were the same length, not up to the 1.6 Fibonacci, but it has to be shorter. So let's stay in this trend reversal area. And that leans more towards this bearish forecast. Now we have a chance that we might still get into the bullish count. But for that, the countdown here would have to look different. And here we face a small problem, because that's a matter of interpretation. I'll make this a bit bigger. As you can see here, in the 4-hour chart, we only have a wick that goes down That means it's the lowest point. We can see that here now, but such a wick can also just be there to take liquidity out of the market. That means closing long and short positions. And then we would be, if we disregard this one there, namely significantly higher up. And if we draw our line up here, then wave 2, the big one, would only be completed here. And that would have an impact on the count, because then it would be like this. That wave 2 would only be here, and we would only be here now. I'll draw that in now in red so that it can be seen better. That this here is just wave 1. That we are correcting downwards here into wave 2. We still have room up to the 0.618 Fibonacci level, so that means up to here that we are just in wave 2. Expanded, and that we then move upwards into wave 3. And that would be technically correct according to Fibonacci. Works well because then this Fibonacci tool is for wave 3. Also, it arrives pretty much exactly up here at the 1.618 Fibonacci level on a higher scale. And you always have to see one thing. It doesn't matter whether in this analysis or in other analyses. I'm going back to the daily chart. These price targets here, this one and that one, are measured from such large swing movements. How far a price actually moves is determined by the subwaves. So that practically means the more subwaves form, the more precisely you can narrow down this target. That means it might shift a little bit up or down, or you find a more specific price box within the larger price box. So this is just for the overarching orientation for long-term swing trades. And when I'll set this up here. I'll do it quickly now. Here would be the start of the wave. 1, we're going up and then down into the wave. 2, do we see that we are now pretty much exactly getting to this price box? And even if we go down further, it won't take much to get back to this price level. And that means, in my eyes at the moment, it looks 50-50 how the price is developing. On a higher level, I'll quickly show this again for clarity. Here we have our starting point. We would now have the wave here. 1, we're going down into the wave. 2, then move up into wave 3. Since both scenarios are still open and will be decided in the near future. How that it continues here with Vechain, I can only recommend it to you. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Now let's take a look at the short-term time frame. And it's changing for now, regardless of whether we're developing bullish or bearish. Not so much for now. We are currently in a correction that has already reached the 0.5 Fibonacci level. That would be at this wave for the regular target. And if this is then wave 1 and we correct into wave 2, then the target would run up to the 0.6 Fibonacci, so exactly this trend box. There are now 2 possibilities. That's not clearly visible right now. It could be possible that we have already completed wave 2 or 4 here. And now we're moving up through the trend channel. So that practically means now we should move up and exit the trend channel upwards. Option B, I've marked it here in orange, would be that we might dive down one more level before we continue to move up. And I also believe that while it's not set in stone yet, if this sell-off happens here, and we're still running up to here, down to the 0.6 Fibonacci, then the probability that this is wave 2 increases, of course, because the regular target can go up to the 0.6 Fibonacci, and we're taking this bullish path. If we rise directly, that's also possible, because we're turning in this trend reversal box. But then the question would be longer, in which direction is this all moving? If you've been experiencing the same thing in the last few days or weeks as I have, where you suddenly can't trade certain coins on your exchange anymore, for me, for example, Sai and Algorand are no longer possible to trade, and if I want to sell them, I first have to move them to another exchange. The question is, where or how can I still trade the coins that I really want to trade? Then I can only recommend Coinex to you. I've been working with them for almost that long now. 2 years together, a great exchange, right? The EU regulates, which means you are still completely free. You don't have to identify yourselves either. Email check it, secure crypto with Tangent Wave. Definitely take a look at that. And if you want to secure your crypto, you should do it with the Tangent Wave. I personally use it, and soon I will also introduce you to the Tangent Ring. I hope there were some exciting pieces of information for you in today's video. If that's the case, feel free to leave a thumbs up on the video. Leave me a short comment or maybe just a little smiley. That would push the algo and be good for the channel. And I want to point out that there's another exciting chart analysis waiting for you in the credits. I wish you all a great time. Until the next video, and bye.